Howdy folks, and welcome back to World of Tanks with the mighty Jingles, and we have something pretty special for you today. This, in the Swedish premium tier 8 medium tank, the Lansen C, is Profound Monkey Balls. Can we all just stop and take a moment to recognise just how amazing that name is? Not simple monkey balls, no, he's Profound Monkey Balls, although I'm not saying Profound Monkey Balls over and over for the rest of this video, so Monkey Balls it is. Monkey Balls is in the Lansen C, which is a strange tank. I mean, it never existed beyond wooden mock-ups. Designed by the Swedish Landsverk company, but not for the Swedish army. This was supposed to be an export tank, going to Switzerland. An export tank built around the British 20-pounder anti-tank gun. So of course, here in World of Tanks, it has a German 105mm gun. Because reasons. But hey, I suppose if you're going to make a tank up, you can't really be held responsible for making a tank up. It's debatable whether or not this tank would have been better or worse with the higher DPM, lower alpha damage but faster reload 20-pounder gun, but it does pretty well with this 105. In fact, the gun and the tank's extremely good mobility are probably the two outstanding features, because this isn't really a medium tank, it's a light tank with a medium tank gun. And as such, it makes you wonder what the British light tanks could have been like if they'd been delivered as advertised. It's very small by medium tank standards, with a maximum carrying capacity of only 25 tons. And it has a 680 horsepower engine, giving it a very, very good power to weight ratio of 28.39 horsepower per ton, or to put that another way, a better power to weight ratio than the LTTD. Oh, Monkey Balls just noticed that the A46 he was waiting for has just doled around and tried to sneak into the town there. And the Digger Max over there just took a shot at him over the entrance ramp and missed, so he should, yep, be able to beat his reload. As Winston Churchill once said, during the Boer War in 1898 when he was a war correspondent, nothing in life is so exhilarating as to be shot at without result. And you really don't want to get shot at in the Lansen C, because the reason why it has that absurdly good power to weight ratio is because it doesn't have any armour. And I'm not joking. Just to put this into context for you, as he's taking pot shots at that Cromwell B, at best, where the Lansen C's armour is the thickest at the front, it's only 20mm thicker than a French armoured car like the EBR 105. Oh, got the opportunity for a nice juicy side shot at the Easy 8 there. And he's been spotted, and it wasn't by the Easy 8 or the Cromwell B. He's been proxy spotted by the King Tiger C on top of the battlements there. It's like the Cromwell B didn't take the hint. Does he have a shot? Doesn't look like the King Tiger's even aware that he's here, despite the fact that he's the one who spotted him. Things are, however, not going well for Monkey Balls' team. They're down 2 kills to 6, and even though he does manage to snatch the kill against the King Tiger C, the enemy team immediately respond by killing another 2 friendly tanks. And it's here where Monkey Balls goes on a little bit of a rampage. He follows up the captured King Tiger kill with the Renegade, and then finishes off the Australian Centurion. Then stops, looks around and assesses the next most serious threat, which is probably going to be the KV-2 over there, as the friendly Indian Panzer, taking his life into his hands because he can absolutely be one-shotted by a KV-2, pops around the corner and gets a sneaky hit in. The KV-2, almost certainly panicking at the idea of being rushed by 2 mediums, fluffs the shot, plants it right into the rubble. Indian Panzer secures the kill. Monkey Balls, careful to not get into the Indian Panzer's way, takes a shot against the Challenger, who... It's a very brave and aggressive position for a tank destroyer. I guess they think they've already won this game. Well, maybe they have, but the Challenger is not going to live to enjoy the victory. It's now 5 against 8. It's still pretty bad, but it's not as bad as it was, and the T-25AT has had his tracks blown off by somebody, possibly the NASA one in the distance over there, which basically means he's a sitting duck and cannot get the gun turned around in time or aimed quickly enough to avoid becoming Monkey Balls' next victim. The thing is, as quickly as Monkey Balls is killing tanks, it never really seems to be making any difference, because the team are constantly 3 kills behind, and if they're not careful, they're going to be 4 kills behind. Indian Panzer there under a lot of pressure. Oh, the team are now 4 kills behind, and the Indian Panzer has proven to be a good teammate, so Monkey Balls is anxious to do what he can by attempting to get around into the rear of the enemy's flanking. And oh, a surprise easy 8. And an even bigger surprise, he actually bounced a shot. And there's... wow. The world's most oblivious Cromwell. Yes, that really happened. But what happens here is quite frankly unbelievable. I mean, the number of tanks gunning for monkey balls here, and remember, 60mm of armour at the most. This is just unbelievable. He's taken 3 hits from multiple directions. How is he not dead? And they're firing gold at him. I mean, I can't even keep track of what's going on here. He's getting shot at from so many different directions at the same time, but he just refuses to die. He's down to 1 surviving teammate against 5 enemies. And I'm sure these 2 guys are not going around the rear of the building over there to outflank him because they're thinking, well, he's a one-shot kill. I mean, just one more shot. Oh dear. Just the one more shot. Oh no, you have to actually hit him though, don't you? Shooting the building next to him doesn't count. But wait, the comedy isn't over yet. How did the Dicker Max manage to screw that up? Broadside target, point blank range, and somehow he managed to find a surface on the Lansen C that would bounce the Dicker Max's 105mm gun. Just a couple of minutes ago, Monkey Balls was still doing quite well because he was on a top gun. But in the space of 1.5 minutes, he's increased that to 11 kills. It's not over yet though. There's still an M44 and a Rheinmetall Borsig Waffenträger to kill, either of which can one-shot him. And I wouldn't expect too much in the way of help from the Nassau. He's going looking, I think, for the M44. The Nassau, note his position on the minimap, notifies everybody that he's moving to that position indicated on the minimap, and then doesn't. I'm not quite sure what all of that was about. No sign of the Waffenträger. And of course, the Waffenträger has a 128mm gun. The Nassau is no match for that. But where's the M44? I don't think we have to worry about anybody capping. The Nassau, even if he doesn't survive the encounter, will at least, or is likely to see, anybody approaching the cap circle. Monkey Ball's not going for the cap himself, probably because he doesn't yet know where the last 2 surviving enemy tanks are, and advertising your position when you're on low health like this, sitting in an open cap circle, you have to kind of assume that you're going to be spotted, and therefore shot at first. Oh, the Waffenträger's just popped up, and there's the M44. Well, it looks like Nassau is going to have to deal with the Waffenträger himself, at least for the moment. And I thought for a second here that the M44 was making a run for it because he'd been spotted. But no, he's just moving to take a shot at the Nassau who's just been spotted by the Waffenträger, and isn't even aware that he's being shot at. So, kill number 12. Yes, this is really happening. I thought this game was going to end in one of 3 ways. Either the Borsig would kill the Nassau and Monkey Balls would have to cap, or the Borsig would kill the Nassau and Monkey Balls would have to kill the Borsig, making this a 13 kill game, or the Borsig would kill the Nassau and then he would lie in ambush and kill Monkey Balls as he came back trying to get that 13th kill. In all of the scenarios that were playing out in my head, the Nassau was dead meat. So what I absolutely definitely did not expect to see was the Tier 8 Rheinmetall Borsig losing a gunfight to the Tier 6 Nassau. But that is in fact exactly what happened. Turns out the Nassau was actually useful for something, even if that something was only taking the 13th kill away from Monkey Balls. But hey, let's not be too harsh on the Nassau. I mean, a Tier 6 tank destroyer in a Tier 8 battle on a largely city map, he did bloody well just to stay alive. But what was most impressive, at least for me, about that battle wasn't the 12 kills and the Pools medal. It wasn't the high caliber. It wasn't the Top Gun. It wasn't the Ace Tanker badge. How do you get a steel wall in a Tier 8 battle in a tank that only has 60mm of armour. I'm calling hacks. Special mention to the Indian Panzer. Nice to see it confirmed that he was a good teammate, finishing second on damage and experience. And special mention, of course, to the enemy Easy 8 Sherman, who, despite surviving until well past the midpoint in that battle, managed the pretty impressive achievement of finishing that battle without doing a single point of damage to anything, including fluffing a shot into the 40mm side armour at point-blank range of the Lansen C. Now that takes talent. But this one's all about profound monkey balls, and the stats here tell the whole story. 29 shots fired, 24 hits, 23 penetrations for 5,432 damage. But take a look at the hits received. Something doesn't quite add up here. 12 hits received, 5 penetrations, 2 non-penetrations. Well, where did the other 5 hits go? Because there are 8 hits received as a result of splash damage. So it seems that everybody has heard the story about the Lansen C's terrible armour, was loading high explosive, and missing. Or possibly putting it into his tracks. I don't know. But the maths doesn't really quite add up, so I'll leave that one to you in the video comments. Because we're done for the day, and I hope you've enjoyed it. Profound monkey balls in the Lansen C, running up a cricket score on the Siegfried Line map. Hope you enjoyed it, and as always, take care, stay safe, and I'll catch you next time.